Lights up on a basement setting. Said basement seems to be decked out for a movie night. There is a rather large TV setup with a VCR, a large box of popcorn is stationed along with two boxes of candy, and there are several pillows and a blanket stationed on a nearby couch facing the TV. Soon, we hear the sound of bustling excitement from off stage. A door opens, presumably leading to a bathroom, and out emerges Penny, aged around 13. She excitedly goes over to the popcorn and candy and sets it up on the couch carefully, then rushes over to a large stack of VHS tapes and begins to look through them with a smile, obviously attempting to pick which movie she is going to watch. Soon we hear the sound of a door opening from the top of the stairs leading down to the basement, and a male voice calls out, Penny? Penny, are you down there?
Hmm? Yes, Dad, I'm here.
Penny, what's going on? You zoomed down into the basement so fast. Don't you have any plans with your friends for tonight? It is Friday after all.
No, no plans. No one called on me to come hang out, Dad, as usual. But at least I have my movie marathon. Come on, Dad, you remember, don't you? Every Friday I've had these movie marathons down here. You and Mom have been here with me sometimes, for goodness sake.
Right. You've been doing it long enough. I'm surprised I forgot about that. Well, just don't stay cooped up down there for the rest of the day. Eventually, you'll need to come up for air, like, say, dinner. Deal?
Deal.
Good. Well, okay, I'll see you later then, Penny.
Okay, Dad.
Penny goes over to the stack of VHS tapes again and briefly looks through them, then looks to the audience and addresses them.
It sounds hard to believe, but it's true. Since I was 8 years old, I've had the same routine every Friday. I get home from school, head down into the basement, get a nice big bucket of popcorn and loads of candy ready. And I have myself a movie marathon. Now, I suppose you're all probably thinking that I just watch the things that other girls and boys my age watch nowadays, the big blockbuster hits of the last few years. Well, if I can let you in on a secret, that's pretty much wrong. No, no. You see, what I like to watch more than anything in the world is the golden age of Hollywood.
She snatches a few VHS tapes from the pile and plops under the couch, looking them over as she speaks.
I know this sounds a bit strange, but, well, I just can't help it. There's just a certain style, a certain charm about movies from the golden age of Hollywood. The stories were mesmerizing, and the people acting within the movies all just seem so glamorous. Golly, what I wouldn't give to have grown up during that type of filmmaking. So, yes, every Friday I comb through my massive VHS collection and pick out some movies I'd love to watch. Now, you might be asking yourselves, gosh, Penny, how many times have you seen all these movies on tape? And my answer simply is a lot. The only problem is, I sometimes can't decide what movies I'd want to watch on a given Friday. The ones I have here are all so good. I mean, look here, for example. Maybe, just maybe, I'd like to watch a good old fashioned golden age comedy like Animal Crackers. I pop it in, sit there, and imagine myself being entertained by Groucho Marx himself.
Slowly, a spotlight shines on the stage, and out comes Groucho Marx. His distinct outfit, mustache, cigar, walk, the works. Penny stifles a delighted laugh as Groucho comes center stage. One morning I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know.
Ooh, Groucho, you are a scream. Why can't more people be as funny and witty as you, huh?
I used to know a fellow who looked exactly like you by the name of Emmanuel Ravelli. Are you his brother?
I am Emmanuel Ravelli.
Well, no wonder you look like him, but I still insist there's a resemblance.
Fantastic, right? And it never fails to get me to laugh.
Groucho heads off as Penny speaks to the audience again.
But I'm not just a comedy movie kind of girl. Sometimes I like to watch powerful dramas too, the kind that keep me on the edge of my seat. Something riveting, something awe-inspiring, like Jimmy Stewart in Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Slowly, out steps Jimmy Stewart. He is ready to speak his most famous speech from the movie as Penny stands up and motions to him.
Gosh, it always gives me chills when those senators keep asking Jimmy, will the senator yield? Before Jimmy finally just calls out.
No, sir, I'm afraid not. No, sir, I yielded the floor once before, if you can remember, and I was practically never heard of again. No, sir, and we might as well all get together on this yielding business right off the bat now. I had some pretty good coaching last night, and I find that if I yield only for a question or a point of order or a personal privilege, that I can hold this floor almost until doomsday. Uh, In other words, I've got a piece to speak, and blow hot or cold, I'm going to speak it.
Attaboy, Jimmy. Don't you give up. Don't you let them silence you.
I'll tell you what, sir. I'll tell you what I want. I want a chance to talk to people who will believe me. The people of my state. They know me. And they know Mr. Taylor. And when they hear my story, they'll rise up and they'll kick Mr. Taylor's machine to kingdom come. Now, I wanted 1 week to go back there and bring you proof that I'm right. And in the meantime, I want this Senate's promise that I will not be expelled and that the deficiency bill will not be passed.
Now that is powerful. And it really makes me wish that more people like Jimmy's character in that movie were in Congress or the Senate. Men and women who care about us, the people. Gosh, what a great thought. Hmm?
Penny stands and walks over to the VHS stack and briefly picks up two more tapes, then gazes at them with a smile.
But it's not just laughs or awe that I search for in watching a movie from this age. Sometimes I look for something really romantic. I'm one of the few girls in town who doesn't have a boyfriend. Most of the other girls are dating someone. It gets really lonesome for me, that's for sure. Oh, sure. Mom and Dad have both told me several times. Don't you worry, Penny. The boys will come around. They'd be fools to pass up a girl like you. But pass me up they do. So sometimes I put on a nice, mushy, romantic movie and imagine the actors on screen could be like the boys in my town. Ah, gosh, for example, what I wouldn't give to have someone say sweet, sweet words to me. Something romantic, like Charles Boyer in the movie Algiers, the way he talks to Hedy Lamarr.
Suddenly, out on stage walks Charles Boyer. Penny gasps in surprise, but also delight.
There he is now.
He motions for Penny to sit. She does. He looks to her, smiles, then nods. You're beautiful. That's easy to say. I know that other people have told you, but what I'm telling you is different, see? For to me, you're more than that.
Oh, Charles, tell me more.
For 2 years I've been lost, like walking in my sleep. Suddenly I awaken, and there's you.
Oh, golly, can't you just die? Doesn't he have such a romantic way with words?
Charles Boyer walks off stage as Penny addresses the audience once more.
Now, I hope this doesn't sound harsh, but, well, as romantic as Charles Boyer can sound, sometimes a girl wants to gaze at a handsome fella too. Someone who can melt you like butter with just one look. You know, like, like James Dean in Rebel Without a Cause.
Slowly, out steps James Dean, leather jacket and all. Penny excitedly squeals and looks to the audience.
Ooh, there he is! Good gravy, isn't he gorgeous? Sometimes I like to imagine myself as Natalie Wood's character, Judy, saying her famous lines to James Dean. But to me, it would be, gosh, any boy who would give me the time of day.
Judy?
I love somebody. All this time I've been looking for someone to love me, and now I love somebody, and it's so easy. Why is it easy now?
I don't know. It is for me too.
I love you, Jim. I really mean it.
Well, I'm glad.
Ooh, you handsome, handsome beast! Kiss me, I'm yours!
She eagerly puckers her lips out and makes a few kissing noises as she closes her eyes. James Dean backs off a few steps, then looks to the audience and shakes his head no. Politely, but firmly. He exits into the shadows as Penny slowly opens one eye.
James? Sorry about that. Not one of my prouder moments.
She sits back on her couch, lost in reflective and somewhat sad thought.
You know, I'm not what you would call the most popular girl around. I don't really have many friends to speak of. And I'm not gonna lie, it saddens me to no end that something like that is what's happening in my life right now. But, but you know something? Watching these movies? Well, golly, sometimes make me forget that. It gets me to escape into a fantasy world for an hour and a half or so at a time. It makes me feel better. I mean, I'm sure in time I'll get the courage and the self confidence to make some friends. Maybe find a boyfriend? But right now, these movies, they help a lot. As silly as it sounds, it makes things just a little bit easier. And that's the important thing, right?
Penny, there's a young man here to see you. He says he wants to ask you something.
Tell him I'm down here, Dad. Uh, young man? To see me?
Slowly, onto the stage steps a boy around the age of Penny. He looks like a clean-cut boy next door type. The one distinctive thing we can see is he is wearing a leather jacket similar to James Dean's. Penny gasps in surprise and stands up as the boy approaches. It's clear both know each other.
Hiya, Penny.
Oh, Miles. Hi.
Wow, cool setup you got here. And hey, look at all those VHS tapes. Awesome. I bet you're never bored when you come down here to watch a movie.
I, no, definitely not. I've lost count of how many movies I have here, so I'm never stuck on a choice.
Cool, cool. Golly, Penny, you look real pretty today. I mean, you look pretty every day, but in this light, you look even prettier.
Thank you. You know, you're looking really handsome and spiffy yourself, Miles.
Ah, gee, thanks. Penny, I'm sorry to come by unannounced, but I wanted to ask you something.
Uh-huh.
Well, a bunch of us are going to the movies in a little bit. Well, first we're going to eat at the diner nearby, but then the movies. They're playing the movie Rebel Without a Cause. Yeah, we all thought it looks kind of neat and old-fashioned, and I was wondering, would you like to be my date?
Me? You wanna go on a date with me?
I mean, only if you're cool with it, of course. A whole bunch of kids are going to be there, so it'll be more like a group outing. And I asked your parents' permission upstairs, too. They said if you were fine with it, they were fine with it. What do you say?
Well, gosh, I, uh,
Slowly, the figures of Groucho Marx, James Dean, Charles Boyer, and Jimmy Stewart all step out. The four men, in unison, motion for her to go. Go on, say yes. Lodge with his fleas in the hills. I mean, flee to his lodge in the hills. Oh, I think it'll do you good to say yes. Give it a try, kiddo. Indeed. Go with him, miss. He seems like a nice boy. Yeah, you never know if there'll be a spark until you try. He looks at Miles' jacket and smirks. Hmm, nice jacket.
Penny? You okay?
I'd be glad to. Just give me 20 minutes to freshen up.
The two link hands and smile. And they walk off stage together as the lights fade on the four actors, and we fade completely to black moments later.